What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with the mutant Nick Walker. Now he knew his statement is gonna be taken by all the social media pages as well as YouTube media outlets, but he spoke without any filters. So winning this upcoming Pittsburgh Pro and then fighting for the top spot at this upcoming Miss Olympia later this year. That is the goal. And that's big talk. Unless Nick proves himself on the stage, because his fans claiming that Nick is top 3 in the world. That, in my opinion, is an invalid statement now, because that happened more than 2 years back. And ever since that time, Martin-Fitzwater has moved into that top 4. Derek won the Olympia, and then Samson Dauda is the reigning Olympia champion.
My goal is to win Pittsburgh and battle for the top spot at the Olympia like it should have done for the past 2 years.
So it is gonna be a very thrilling ride to say the least. All the way till this year's Pittsburgh Pro and then the New York Pro. Because Martin-Fitzwater is certainly gonna respond to this as well, as it's gonna be Nick's biggest competition at this upcoming Pittsburgh Pro. Now make no mistake that Nick Walker is bringing back the size as well as the freak factor, because that is what the people kept on asking him to do. And we all know he isn't gonna beat Martin on shape and aesthetics alone, because Martin is just way better in that department. So the overwhelming mass of Nick Walker and his freak factor have made him the winner over Martin-Fitzwater at the New York Pro last year, but just by 1 point. But this is a much improved version of Martin that we're gonna witness this time on the stage. So let me ask you guys something. Can Nick Walker fight for the top 3 at the Olympia again? And whom does he beat to get into that top 3? I don't think he can beat any of these guys because of their structural superiority. And if all 3 of these top guys are 100% on, it is gonna be very hard for Nick Walker to crack that top 3. But we are gonna find that out, and his fate at this upcoming Pittsburgh Pro. Even a guy like Regan Grimes is calling him out. That is gonna beat him at this upcoming New York Pro. But do let me know what you guys think. Guys, Mr. Olympia Signature Series is now live on hostile.com. Use the code FAZI10 to get 10% discount, and click the arrow below to check out all the hostile products. Next up, we have a 4-week out physique update from Logan Franklin. Man, he isn't messing around, and he's looking the best he has ever looked for his structure. At 4 weeks out of this upcoming Arnold, now he wasn't satisfied with the way he looked at the Olympia last year and how that peak went for him, as he believes he looked better a day before the show. But this current state of him looks absolutely phenomenal. But I believe he's up against some great athletes who have better structure, better muscularity, who look more classic than him. And standing all by himself, I have to say he looks flawless. But in comparison, he gets a bit exposed. So he has placed as high as 3rd at the same stage at the Arnold a few years ago. And that was behind Alex Cameronero and Terence Forfin. And classic physique we all know has evolved so much since that time. Now don't get me wrong, he's still one of the best physiques in the world. But Logan has set up very high expectations for himself, as he believes he can win the Olympia title. Now years back, he was brave enough to call out Chris Bumstead that is gonna bring something better than the champ himself. But all of that has been talked so far. Now this Arnold Classic in 4 weeks time, that is gonna be a great opportunity to showcase a great physique. And we know the lineup is very small, and unlike the Olympia, where we had a total of 58 guys, we only have 12 at this upcoming Arnold. So Logan won't be overlooked this time, especially if he brings a great package. So top 4 for Logan in this kind of lineup, that is gonna be a great accomplishment, because there is some stiff competition out there. But do let me know what you guys think. How high can Logan place? Guys, Gorilla Wear is offering a massive discount of up to 70% right now. Use the code FAZI10 to get 10% extra discount. Next up, we have an update of Samson Dauda. Specifically this comparison picture of him hitting the back double biceps 1 day out of the Olympia versus 5 weeks out of this year's Arnold. So he is totally exhausted from this prep right now and suffering pretty damn hard to surpass his previous best, especially in terms of conditioning, and that was at the Olympia last year. And even William Bonac is surprised on how Samson Dauda keeps on making those big jumps in progress in such a short period of time without taking a full-blown off-season. So his current condition looks insane at 5 weeks out, considering that the Olympia 2024, that was the standard set by Samson Dauda himself as his best ever. And the man not only looks more conditioned, but bigger as well. So there has been no other athlete at the top level in the men's open bodybuilding who has been able to make such steady improvements from one show to the next one. And the most unbelievable part is that, since 2021, Samson has done every single Arnold, as well as every single Olympia, and his size gains are way more than some of these guys who have taken more than 1 year off, and they're still struggling to fit in the men's open criteria. So will it be considered an upset if Samson loses this upcoming Arnold to anyone? Well, it must be because other than Chris Cormier, there hasn't been a single voice in bodybuilding media who has Samson Dauda in second place. So the industry knows that Samson's trajectory, that looks very good. He just won $600,000 at the Olympia last year and is looking to make another $500,000 here at this upcoming Arnold. So if he wins here, he's all set to be the favorite to win the Olympia later this year as well. Next up, we have today's update of Derek Lunsford. So the man is in New York at the Babs gym to attend this workshop. And it is so cool to see Derek committing to this type of event, especially when he is 4 weeks out of quite possibly the most crucial competition of his pro career. So those are some wild proportions right there in the front double biceps. And although Derek doesn't have the most incredible bicep peaks, the front double biceps is such a solid shot for him because the man just opens up so damn wide. His lat thickness and the width, that is unbelievable. And the way that flows into his small waistline, that vacuum of his, he looks beyond impressive. Now Derek knows he's been counted out by many people out there. Almost all of the big names in the bodybuilding industry, they have Samson Dauda winning. And some even have Andrew Jacked beating Derek Lunsford. And the thing is, this is doing nothing but firing him up even more. Because this is like a redemption arc for Derek. And he knows if he's unable to win this upcoming Arnold, his chances of winning the Olympia later this year, they're gonna become even less. So placing third at the Olympia last year, when he was aiming to come in with massive improvements and just shut that door on all of these top guys, I mean, that was the original mindset of Derek going into that show and getting third place. That must have felt like a bullet to the gut. But his mindset right now, that is where it needs to be. And the man 100% believes in himself that at his best, he's still the best bodybuilder in the world. So a big change that I have observed in Derek's prep for this Arnold is that he isn't overtraining anymore. Because at one point, Derek was doing over 2 hours of workout every single day. And that too very close to the Olympia last year. So expect to see a very fresh looking physique this time around and a much more fuller package. Next up, we have an update of the former classic physique competitor and 2 times Olympia champion Breon Ansley trying to put on more size during this off-season for the 212 class. Now Breon isn't looking for a special invite for this one as he wants to earn his spot, and all the statements that Breon has made since making this transition, he has made it pretty clear that his focus is Keon Pearson and Sean Carida and winning that 212 Olympia title. So at the age of 44, I think that is just not realistic, but he believes he has the goods, and he is so complete with great tie-ins that if Breon is able to bring up his quads, I believe he's gonna be quite competitive, even for those top 5 spots. So throughout his year of competing as a classic physique competitor, Breon has never been off, and his biggest strength is that he always comes in ripped. Now, if we are being realistic, he's gonna be defying the odds if he's able to grow his quads at this age, because most guys are just lucky to just hold on to the size that these guys already have once they hit that 40 years old mark. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.